Some people talk about just think positive thoughts, don't think about it, to overcome fearful and stressful thoughts. Ultimately, those type of thoughts don't like attention. They need you to be unaware to continue. Because if you're not aware of the stressful and fearful thought, it continues. As soon as you put your attention on stressful and fearful thoughts, they seem to dissipate. Because it's like there are many different ways that people point out different ways to overcome fearful and stressful thoughts. Why would you want to overcome them? Wouldn't you like to notice them? Because in the noticing them, they dissolve. Oh, I'm having a fearful and stressful thought. What comes after that? The awareness of it. Nothing. No thing. Awareness, which is what you are. Some people talk about just think positive thoughts, don't think about it, to overcome fearful and stressful thoughts. Think positive. That's not really overcoming it. That's sending the person to identify with other thoughts. Then you have identification with positive thought, and then a situation doesn't go as planned. Then what? Suffering. Upset. It was supposed to go this way. So I really wouldn't say to replace the form of thinking with more thought. That wouldn't really help. Maybe a tad bit, but ultimately you have to go beyond thought completely, meaning that you recognize that thought is not you. The essence of who you are is the awareness of the thought. The awareness of the thought underlies the thought. Without the awareness that you are, or energy that you are, or consciousness that you are, there wouldn't be the thought. So in a fearful or stressful situation, you put your attention on the thought of whatever thought it is about fear and stress. And ultimately, those type of thoughts don't like attention. They need you to be unaware to continue. Because if you're not aware of the stressful and fearful thought, it continues. As soon as you put your attention on stressful and fearful thoughts, they seem to dissipate. Because it's like negative thinking doesn't want you to know that it's negative thinking. It just wants to be negative thinking and pull you along, drain your energy, make you stressed and excited, have anxiety and anger and upset. It loves that. Yes. But as soon as you notice it, oh, there's a negative, stressful thought. Do I need to follow that? Ask yourself. Do I want to follow that? No. It takes you down a rabbit hole of continuous negative thinking. It can go on for days. And then you wonder by the end of the work week why you're so tired. And it's not only the negative thought, it's the over-exaggerated superficialness. Hey. That too completely drains you of your conscious energy, your power ultimately. Your power to step out of thinking and just be at ease. Let's try it here right now. Stop. Notice that you're breathing. I've took it a step further and began to look around. You don't have to just look at one item or one object. Bring the awareness into existence, if you will, because Exist, root word is from Latin. Ex meaning to stand out. Awareness doesn't stand out, so we can say that it doesn't really exist, but it's there. It's nothing, no thing. But as soon as you align yourself with that no thing, that awareness, fearful, stressful thoughts, positive thoughts seem to slow down. So use your attention to follow the inhalation of your exhalation. Let's try it again here. See if you can notice the thought process disappear, but you're still there, or just come to a trickle where there's maybe a thought or two. If you're thinking, you won't be able to sense the stillness, the presence, the essence of who you are, because thinking is still in control. Until you have the courage to step out of thinking more often throughout your daily life, these fearful and stressful thoughts will continue and continue and continue. And some cultures even say if you live your life that way, identified by thought, it's a wasted life. So ultimately, don't waste your life being completely identified in fearful and stressful thoughts, or even positive thoughts, to say the least. Positive thoughts are better, but there's still an identification and attachment to thought. So I have a little video I did about neutral thinking. Neutral thinking. I'll give a little example of a neutral thought. Someone comes up right now as I'm talking to you, slaps everything off the table that I have here. I can have a positive thought. Oh, that's okay. Superficial. Or I can have a negative thought. What? Right? Or I can have a neutral thought to where they slap the things off the table. And I may say something along the lines of, are you okay? You see how that kind of works? It's neutral. It's not and it's not It's just neutral. So you can practice that for yourself in actual situations. Small situations. I used to sit down and contemplate thought and kind of, in a way, use my mind to create these scenarios and work out a way that I could respond. And ultimately, when a situation, it may not have been a situation that I contemplated, but a situation, negative situation, positive situation come up, there would be something, at least some kind of form of contemplation that I did in order for me to see that, oh, this is needed here, this neutral thinking. And the situations, negative or positive, that I would encounter also became neutral. Thank you for joining me.